Hey, welcome everybody to Island Reaction. I am Cameron, your host here today. We are going to make the best mojito. And we call it actually, and I'm going to show it to you again, but this is the best island mojito. Let that focus in like that. That's our basic list right there. 5 ingredients. And make sure you guys can see it really good. So, you're probably aware there's lots of mojito recipes and how-tos from your famous bartenders, barbacks, restaurants, and do-it-yourself chefs at home. So today, we're going to show you how to make our best Island Reaction Island Mojito. The ingredients are simple. I showed you there.
Daddy!
Yes, darling. Daddy's making a mojito right now. I know. Valentine's Day is right upon us here, so baby's excited about all this Valentine's decorating, which you're going to get to see some of that in some more videos later on. But back to our mojitos. You got basically 5 ingredients. You have your mints, fresh mint leaves, and you've got your sugar. Now you can use you can use a sugar syrup. You could use white grain sugar, finely grained sugar. We actually are choosing to use this, turbinado sugar, if I said that correctly. This is a brown, heavier grain sugar. It's what we also like in our coffee. It's more natural. And so we're using this. The thing to think about when you're using this sugar is, in order to make it dissolve, you may have to do a little bit more agitation to get your sugar to dissolve good. So, depending on what you're using, if you're using the big grain, just make sure you agitate it enough to make everything dissolve. Fresh limes, 1/2 fresh lime, and we're using Bacardi white wine, made in Puerto Rico. I think a lot of restaurants use this. Unless you're in Cuba and you have a Cuban rum, that may be topping this, but I don't think we have Cuban rum here. If so, it's probably more expensive than Bacardi. But there's no going wrong with the Bacardi white wine from Puerto Rico. White wine. White rum. Okay. Putting this together, I have had most of one mojito right now from the island. So, hey, don't be losing those. We got helium heart balloons that are almost going up in the sky. So, back to our the best island mojito. I am Cameron. You are watching Island Reaction. Thanks. If you have not joined us, please click and subscribe. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. And we appreciate your support, your viewership, and it's been a really tremendous road getting to where we're at with our channel. And we've been a little diverse with some things with music and cooking, a little bit of restaurant, a little bit of travel. So it's an interesting channel, I think. So nevertheless, back to this, the best island mojito here at Island Reaction. Okay, so the tumbler we're going to use today is just your basic restaurant style tumbler, not those real tall ones, just a basic tumbler, okay? And you've seen this is my other thing, about the same. I don't know how many ounces that would be. I would assume it's probably 10 ounces total, somewhere along that approximately. It doesn't really matter because there is no right or wrong way to make a great mojito. As far as how do you finish up with the garnish? Are you going to use a sliver of lime on your edge of your glass, or do you want to use a stem of fresh mint? They do it all. You probably do it both. It may not look great, but anyway. And don't forget, we're just using any club soda would be great. This is just our off-brand. When I say off-brand, store brand by Kroger. Club soda. Club soda is club soda, sugar. Some things, but all rum is not created equal. So I won't say that about, like if Kroger had a rum, they don't. I would say probably stick with the Bacardi instead of the Kroger. So we're going to start off now, and I got to go get, not yet. I have everything I need, but I will step off right here in a minute because I have to get something. So without further ado, oh, hey, PJ. I just got a message from my personal assistant, my wife. Thank you, darling. Hi, PJ. Thanks for joining us, sir. And here's to you and your gang over there at PJ's Lounge. Thank you for watching and supporting our channel. We haven't been over to your lounge for a while, but man, we don't really have time to do anything on our channel. We keep so busy. That little girl keeps us pretty busy. But cheers to you. Thanks for watching. And I am going to take this underway here. I have to get this drink finished before this one runs out, right? Now, the first thing we want to do is to get our fresh mint. This is already washed, ready to go. Of course, you always want to wash any fresh veggies or fruits, but this is pre-washed. It's a good deal. We're going to go with about 10 to 12 of these leaves, mint leaves. And I guess this might be called a stem or a sprag of mint. You don't really want this stem here, okay? So we're just going to pull these off by hand gently. I guess you'll hear a lot of people talking about don't bruise the mint leaves. Well, and then some people say, and don't forget to go like this and bruise the mint leaves. Put the mint leaves in the damn thing, right? So I'm going to want about 10 to 12 leaves, or in my opinion, just keep it simple. Just something to fill the palm of your hand with some mint leaves should be good. If you don't like it the first time, then add more or less on your second, because who's going to have one of these? So if you don't make it perfect the first time, make it perfect the second time. You know what you didn't like about it, change it. Crying out loud. So I'm going to do just a little bit more of this. I'm not going to say just pull them off like that. So as you can see, when I say like something to fill up the palm of your hand, that's what I'm talking about. That's about 10 to 12 leaves. I didn't really count them. So let's put these other guys back in the container. Keep them fresh, out of the air. And your leftovers, just keep them refrigerated. I wouldn't recommend freezing them because they probably won't work for this. They might work for some dish you might cook with the mint on the stove. But as far as fresh, I would keep them only in the refrigerator. And after that, they expire on you. Just buy some more the next time. Okay, so what we're going to do first is put the mint leaves in there. Into our tumbler. And you could use, I would say, one or two of these, depending on how sweet you like it. It wasn't quite sweet enough. Remember, this is the brown, bigger granular sugar. Turbinato. Probably mispronouncing that, but you'll see it when I open it up. And this is Kroger's Private Reserve brand. We use this in our coffee. It's more natural. And so I think 2 is better. So we're going to put that in there like that. And there's a reason I'm doing this in this order, because you don't want too much floaty on the top of your drink. So I'm starting with the leaves, which would be your floaty, putting them on the bottom with my sugar, which I'm going to dissolve here in a minute with my lime juice. Speaking of floaties, I just spit out a piece of mint. And that's probably, I bet everybody that has a mojito, probably before they're done done finishing one of their mojitos, they've probably done like that a couple times with some mint leaf. Life of the mojito, right? So, you guys always, you know this trick. Sometimes I forget it, but I've known it for years. Limes generally are sort of sturdy. But if you take it and just sort of roll it around like this with your palm, using a little bit of force, not enough to break the skin and to gush all the juice out of it, but you want to roll it around, and you can start to actually feel in the palm of your hand, you can tell that it's starting to get a little on the softer side. That's what you're after. Anybody that's probably worked with dough and you rolled around dough and kneaded and stuff like that, you get a feel for it with your hands. So you definitely want to roll it around enough to where your next task with this lime is going to be much easier and much more successful in getting the amount of juice that you want out of it. Because I forgot on my first mojito, speaking of, hey, it's mint. I didn't get as much lime juice in that as I wanted because I didn't do this. So live and learn, right? Guys, by all means, learn from my mistakes. Now, we are going to cut this in half. We're going to use half a lime. And honestly, I bet if you wanted to use a whole lime, probably wouldn't hurt it. It would make it definitely more concentrated on the lime taste and a little bit less on the mint, unless you had an enormous amount of mint in there. So we're going to go ahead and see, even this one still, maybe these were harvested before. See, I didn't get much lime juice out of that. They're so hard. Is that funny? So, in this instance, and it could be maybe they're older. I don't know when they were harvested, so maybe they're not as juicy because they're dried out because they're not fresh. I don't know. Some limes I've had, they're just extremely juicy, but compared to a lemon, a lime is less juicy than a lemon. Okay, so in this instance, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. And if you have this same result, do what I'm doing. I definitely don't think that's enough lime juice in that thing. The thing was like completely dry. It was all pulp and no juice. So I wouldn't want to use like that liquid lime juice that you buy at the store. It's got to be fresh, guys. Or it's not going to be. Why make a mojito if it's not going to be fresh? They probably sell a mojito in a can. Buy one of those. Lazy thing. So I'm going to go ahead and use the other half of my lime. And I definitely want to get a certain amount of, I want to get a certain amount of lime juice in there, enough to be able to help dissolve my sugar. And that hasn't really been successful yet. So, hell, I don't care. Even if you need to use 2 whole limes to get the certain amount of lime juice in there. Oh, look how dry it is. Very fibrous. So I'm going to check this out and see if I want to add another lime, because you can see that it's starting to fill up in there a little bit. However, I'm just not sure if that's the amount that I need. So we're going to go ahead and I think I want some more lime juice in this thing. Don't forget to peel off your stickers. Let's roll this thing around. Maybe I didn't roll it around good enough. But yeah, I need just a little bit more. It's pretty close, but I just want a little bit more lime juice in there. I should have bought that liquid lime juice. Just kidding. So, I think the bottom line is that things are just dry. They're probably not that fresh or harvested too soon. I don't know, one or the other. But it's one or the other. So, boy, look at that. Nothing comes out of the damn thing. That's ridiculous. And then when I finally use it to do two hands, all the lime juice goes down like that. You know, there are little devices you can get. Probably I'll get one. If this becomes my drink of choice, as it has with pay lines. Hello, Charles. LJ. You Mojito drinkers. Instead of calling this the best island mojito, I should just call it the Charles. This is the Island Mojito, aka the Charles. Here's to you, Paylines. So, I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, if you get one of those citrus extractors or whatever, that's the hand style like that, that would get a lot more lime juice out of it a lot easier. So, sorry guys, I thought this was going to be a little quicker on this lime business. Honestly. So, with that in mind, so now we've got our sugar, our mint leaves, and our lime juice. And if I get that up close enough so it can focus in on, you can see about how much that is. How many ounces would that be? Well, that would be like half a lime if it was a good lime that wasn't dry. Or if I had the right equipment, maybe. I don't know. Alright, so now with that, what I want to do is, number one, I want the sugar to dissolve, especially because it was the larger granulated brown natural sugar. I could use the word organic, but organic, a lot of that stuff's just a label that charges you more money. So I'm going to I'm just using a bar spoon tool like that, and I'm just sort of mashing it around like that. I'm not overdoing it. I don't want to necessarily pulverize the mint leaves, but I do want to extract some flavor out of them. And, okay, so once you're doing that, if you can smell, you don't really smell the lime juice in there, you smell the mint. I think that's what you want. You want to smell the overpowering of the mint, not the lime. Now, at this point, I'm going to add ice. And I'm going to step out of frame because I didn't bring a bucket of ice over here just to sit around and melt while I'm messing around with a bunch of limes that don't have any juice in them. I'm just going to go fill this up probably about like so with some ice. I'd say like 75% at least. Be right back, guys. Thanks for watching Island Reaction here on the Island Mojito, aka Charles. Papa! Yes, darling? Oh, yeah, Daddy's really busy here. Oh, wow. Okay. So, back with the ice, guys. Thanks again for watching Island Reaction. I am Cameron Cooper. You are watching our live stream here on the best island mojito. So that's about, I guess, 3/4, 75%. Oh, you did a good job. Good job. It's dirty? Okay, well, we'll wipe it off. We'll get a napkin and wipe it off, okay? Yeah, so we got our ice now. And the next thing we want to do is we want to add our white rum, which is about 1.5 to 2 ounces. Now, if you don't know, Valentine's Day is right upon us, as you can see. Valentine's is creeping in to us quicker. It'll be here in the blink of an eye. So let's go ahead and add our 1.5 to 2 ounces of Bacardi white rum. And now I'm going to show you. You can see now with the ice and stuff. Now you've got your lime juice and sugar and mint leaves at this level. I'm going to bring about 1.5 to 2 ounces of white rum right about to here. Right about to here. Okay, so I don't know if you call an ounce a jigger or a 1.5 ounce a jigger, but that's an island jigger right there. And don't forget, most importantly, put your cap back on your Bacardi white rum so that your drunk ass doesn't accidentally tip the bottle over and you're all out of it. Now, with that in mind, we're just going to put that in there, and we are going to now top it off with our club soda, which I already have a previous can already opened right here. We're going to go ahead and top that off. Bring it up to about so. You can see that carbonation starting to instigate some agitation chemically with the drink. So we're just going to go like this a little bit. We don't want to dig the leaves up from the bottom. We do want to get it mixed a little bit, pushing down slightly on the ice cubes. Your ice cube starts to melt vigorously with the rum in there, because the rum makes it melt, because just like it warms your tummy up when you drink it, it warms up the drink. So there you have it right there. We're going to garnish this wonderful. You could put a mint leaf in there, but I actually think I like it with the lime. So there you have the perfect island mojito here at Island Reaction. I am Cameron Cooper, and you are watching a live stream. So let's go ahead and give it a taste. Oh yeah. Yeah. Much better than my first one, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But now, with this one, what I want to tell you is you can actually, you want to be able to, like when I first put the mint and the sugar and the lime juice in there, and I started doing a little agitation, and I took a nice smell of it like that, it was overpowering with that mint aroma. And so what you want is, you don't really taste the lime. The lime is a real undertone on this drink. So what you have is, besides the aroma, as soon as you lift it up to your nose and your mouth area, you have the aroma of the mint, and when you sip it, which is definitely something you probably want to sip on, it's just a perfect amount of mint. It's not overpowering, but it's enough to where it's like, you don't taste any alcohol, you don't taste any sugar, it's not overly sweet. And like I said, that was 2 of these packets of this turbinado sugar. And I don't know if I didn't show you, I can spin one package of this to show you. Because I want you to see this. This is a natural sugar, and it's brown. It's a higher granular content, as you can see. And this is what I use in my coffee. One thing, I get the exact amount every time if I use one packet. It's always the same. Same thing when you're using these. Limes are pretty much always the same. So with that in mind, dump that out. Wanted you guys to see what that sugar is like. But I wouldn't advise using the sugar syrup liquids. For one thing, which is basically high fructose corn syrup, is what liquid sugars are. High fructose corn syrups are chemically changed into just like regular granular sugar, and your body doesn't necessarily know how to process it, and it can do things to your blood sugar levels that just like your body processing this sugar, even though you're dissolving it in lime juice. It's just different. It's healthier. Stay away from high fructose corn syrup. It's not a good thing. Delicious, but not a good thing. So with that in mind, I think, and you could stick a straw in this, but I don't know that it's a drink to have with a straw. I haven't tried it, so I don't know. I'm not going to knock it if I haven't tried it. I'm not going to be a straw shamer. Sometimes I hear that term used a lot. Oh, don't be, don't be shaming me on that. I'm trying to bring that into my dialogue. Oh, wow. Okay, it's not a candy cane. It is a straw. So, I think more than anything, the straws are sort of more, it's like an addition to the garnishment. It's like to decorate it up. Not bad. I got a full boost of that mint flavor lingering down at the bottom. I got a full boost of it. Straw might be okay. Well, with that in mind, I'm going to enjoy this perfect island mojito. And I wish I could see chat, or I could chat with anybody right now.
Do you want the laptop so you can see?
Oh, yeah, sure, that's a good idea. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the laptop so I can see some chat. If anybody wants to be chatty, that's what it's there for, of course. So I apologize. I'm normally not set up to do any kind of response to chats. And it's a little bit different, I think, with my channel too, or our channel. It's so many different things that we're doing, but when I do the singing, it's not that I'm being rude. I haven't been real crazy about it. I gotta hurry up and figure out how I can get chat going while I'm singing, because there's enough to handle when you're singing to try to do chats more than like, well, when my wife will say, hey, Johnson Apollo wants you to sing Barry Manilow. Sorry, Johnson Apollo, I'm not singing Barry Manilow.
Yeah.
But before I forget, though, I want to do some chats. I want to show this recipe one more time. Here, I'll take that up, darling. Let me get this safe-proof over here, the safe zone. Let me get in the safe zone.
You don't need
Yeah,
anything?
thank you. That's perfect. Oh.
Really? Anything? Something?
Oh. No, I think I'm good, darling. Thank you. So, oh, I just saw myself what I just did right this second. So, anyway, I don't know if I did that, but I wanted to, one more time, now I can actually see what I'm doing here. If you guys want to see this recipe again, because I'm not going to be, like, typing it in. All right, so, and with that in mind, just follow your own. Oh.
Nick, Daddy, Nick.
Follow your own intuitions on. Oh, I'm looking here and.
Daddy, Nick.
What is it? Oh my goodness! Good job. Yeah, make a heart. Baby's doing some chalking. So, cheers, guys. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to have to put my glasses on to look at this chat. And see, I hope that a lot of people are watching our show. Glad to see you, sir. Thank you very much, Jock's Family Blogs. Paylines is Lamo, laughing my ass off. PJ is laughing his ass off. Thanks, Paylines. 2 ounces of rum. I don't know, is that too much? PJ, is that too much? Hey, PJ, let's cheers. Haven't seen you for a while. Oh, I don't know if you haven't seen him for a while. Probably PJ, haven't seen PJ for a while. But, yeah. Yeah, this is pretty tasty. I have to say I'm pretty impressed with my my perfect island mojito, aka the Charles. Salute. Yeah, it definitely the key to making this good mojito is having the right little punch of that mint. It's not about the lime. The lime is just like ice or sugar or what. It's just one of those other ingredients that is there, not to be noticed, but to support the main hero of the glass, which is the mint. Here's to the mint. And if anybody knows what does mojito mean, I have no idea. I'm sure it has a meaning. Came from Cuba, I know that. I guess they have the finest cigars and the finest mojitos. Except for maybe Treasure Island. I don't know. Let me pop back in. I wish my chat would actually audibly talk to me. Can you make these at the next slot party? Oh, LJ, sure. I'm experienced now. Cape Brianna? You know, it might be. I think I read or heard something about Cape Brianna. That may be another name of the place it came from or something in Cuba. Quite possible. I wouldn't say that I'm highly knowledgeable about it, but, you know, I did a little research to make sure I was trying to do it the best, and it really is the best, especially because it's here at Island Reaction. And, oh, this is great. So, not to be politically talking like a political show or anything like that, but the State of the Union address with President Trump, at the very end, just before Nancy Pelosi tears up the State of the Union pages like that, so ridiculous, I think. I think anybody, Republican or Democrat or Independent, whatever your party, I really think watching someone in her position do something so childish like that, it's just, it's really disrespectful from any standpoint. And I think if you act like a 5-year-old, you should be, you know, bent over and you should be spanked. And someone should spank Nancy Pelosi. She needs a spanking after that childish behavior. But no, what I was going to say is, at the end of his State of the Union, some of the very last few lines he says, "The best is yet to come." And I'm thinking, you know what? I bet our president has heard that Frank Sinatra song. He probably loves that song. You know, the best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? The best is yet to come, come the day of mine, come the day of mine. You've only tasted the wine. That's like that right away clicked with me. That maybe he just said it because the best is yet to come. But I like to think that he loves that Frank Sinatra song. So I'll always remember that anytime I do that song again from Sinatra, I will always think of that now. So, nevertheless, let me look at the chat here and see.
You gotta read the chat.
I gotta read the chat here, guys.
Mommy, I
Hey Cameron, what about shaking the club soda and rum in a shaker with ice and then pour over ice with the strainer? I have no idea. I'm just asking. You know what, PJ? I did a little research and I didn't see anybody do that. I thought about that myself, about the straining and eliminating the particles of fresh mint leaf after you pulverize it and this and that. That's an interesting smell. I just that granular that little pack of sugar that I put to show you guys. I had sprinkled it in my ashtray, so I just put this cigarette out. And if you've ever smelled burnt sugar, or what is that dessert that if you've ever worked in the pastry shop area, restaurants and stuff, creme brulee, creme brulee, oh creme brulee with the B, creme brulee. So what they do is they sprinkle that sugar pretty much like I just showed you here in this package. They'll sprinkle that on top of the creme brulee, and they'll get like a welding torch. It's actually made for cooking, I think, but it's a torch, blows out a hot flame, and you just take that torch over the creme brulee, and it's blowing the torch. It's melting the sugar, and that's a smell I just had right there out of my ashtray. Much better than what it normally is. But yeah, I thought about that, PJ, about maybe straining this and that, and at one point I got out of a little food processing thing thinking that I saw somebody do some crushed ice, and that's probably good, but 99% of the time I think people don't have crushed ice in their mojito, so I'm thinking I'm not going to rock the boat. I wasn't trying to reinvent the wheel. I just sort of wanted to do it my way. And this is what I came up with my ingredients and my process. And I'm liking it pretty good. So I think, now this is the thing, guys. I don't think that I've ever had a mojito, to my knowledge. I don't think I've ever had a mojito. If I did, it was many years ago. I don't remember. Anywhere that served me a fresh mojito, you know. I think I had some kind of a wine cooler one time that was called a mojito, but I'm sure that's not anything like this. So, as far as what Charles had over there at Vegas, I have a pretty strong suspicion that this is pretty damn close to his expectations. But the straining part of it, yeah, PJ, it probably it's not a bad idea. I don't know. TI has an exclusive Mojo bar, Charles, and I never checked it out to see. Oh, so they actually have an actual, wasn't it Tony Bennett? Oh, actually, Tony Bennett did it. Tom Jones, no, not Tom Jones, Tony Bennett and Frank Sinatra, they did a lot of duplicate covers of songs. And PJ's got a lot of winning going on, I think. No, just mixing the rum and club soda. The way you made it was great. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I'm catching up on my chat, PJ. Sorry, I'm not real good at this chat business. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I was after. I was after getting basically all my flavor down here in the beginning. And the rest just sort of fills it up and gives it a place to go with the flavor. But that really is what gets all your flavors. That little portion, not even the rum. The rum doesn't do anything for the flavor, really. It's just that little bit down here in the very bottom of the glass, like there. That's where the creativity of all your mojito starts. All the flavor comes from there. The rest of it's just bells and whistles, so to speak. And, I started to say I have to type something, but I guess if you're watching, I don't have to type. I can't hear myself. I don't want to hear myself. So, with that in mind, I think this has gone on. How long has my live stream been going on?
What is it?
About an hour?
You asked them. to us then.
How long has everybody been watching? Have I been going for an hour on this business? Oh, it says right there, if I would just read my screen. It says 39 minutes ago. Okay. So PJ wants to know, so now if he goes to Treasure Island, should he order the Payline's Mojito? 40 minutes. PJ says I've been going 40 minutes. Yes, that sounds correct. So, no, actually, I'm thinking maybe you might go to Treasure Island and say, hey, I'd like to get the Charles. Every video I saw, he always had a mojito in his hand. Or he was like, can I get a mojito? Here, sir. Here's your mojito, sir. Did you order that? Yes, I did. Thank you so much. So, I had no idea. Oh! That's some conversation that's not about me. I don't know what that business is. All this TI business. I don't get to go to Vegas. I'm lucky I even know what TI means, but I know it means treasure. With that in mind, talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to enjoy my Charles, or I should say, Island Mojito. And you guys chat amongst yourselves. If it wasn't so damn cold, I would probably do some karaoke tonight, but the sun's going down, and I'd have to bring all my equipment out here.
Mommy.
And honestly, I don't know that I'm up for it. And then watch, by the time I finish this mojito, I'll go, yeah, let's do some karaoke! No, it's really good to be here, guys. Thanks for joining us here on Island Reaction. I am Cameron Cooper, your host. And I'm not really good with the chat screen, so I apologize for that. Don't hold it against me. And, you know when those cigarettes, the smoke goes where you don't want it to go? I got this fan over here trying to, like, fix my cigarette smoke problem, and it's actually pulling it right across my face. So, Dennis, actually, you know Dennis from our guest spots with our show here, he was saying that they should come up with some ashtray device at the casinos that would like suck the smoke away, because no matter what, you sit down at a slot machine and whoever's left or right, their cigarette smoke goes right in your face and up your nose. It's really insulting. And whether I'm smoking or not, just because I'm smoking a cigarette doesn't mean I don't even like my own cigarettes sitting in the ashtray blowing in my face. Okay, nobody does. So with that in mind, it's not about whether you smoke or don't smoke. Nobody likes it. So what they should do, they've got those little vents in the casino floor, those little round things, and if you go stand over them, it's like, woo, woo, thrill, I get some air blowing up at me. But they could take some technology like that. You know they have these huge ventilating air filtration systems in those casinos. So why not like bring it down to a more micro level to where every slot machine has, in the smoking area at least, some kind of little ashtray holder that simply has a little fan exhaust that sucks the smoke away from the ashtray and out away, you know, like if it just went up as far as like the top of the slot machine and up into the rest of the casino atmosphere, their filtration system would take care of the rest of it. But just to get away from like this happening to me, which is like getting right in my face, and Dennis had a great idea there. I don't know the fix. He'd have to like create some little, basically, oops, sorry. You take this basic ashtray, which most casinos have, or one of those little glass ones like they have, and then you have some kind of those little those little fans that are on your desktop computers. You have something around that where there's actually a place to sit the ashtray, number one, and then that little fan thing is there right by it, enough of a draw, quiet, not noisy, and it actually draws the cigarette smoke away, and then there's a little tube that goes right up the side of the slot machine and blows it up past that area. Boom, problem solved. And it's not expensive. They spend so much money on so many other things. That would be such an easy fix. So if you could actually come up with an idea and manufacture it, get a patent on it, and all this, I was telling Dennis, you might be onto something. Sell them to every slot machine, every casino, all over the world. You heard it here first on Island Reaction. But I heard it first from Dennis. So if anybody takes that idea and runs with it, don't forget Dennis. And me, because I told you about it. Let's update myself on the chat. Turn the fan around. You know what, PJ? That's a good idea. We're trying. Damn, Charles, why did you not drag Cameron with you to Vegas? Oh, okay. Well, Phoenix. Yeah, turn the fan around, it shortens your smoke. Yes, it does. Yeah. My fan has been like this for a long time, and everything sort of works the way it is. Normally, I got to tell you too, normally, like, if I'm not doing a live stream or doing a video for any reason, standing behind my fabulous Island Reaction sign I worked so damn hard on, I should have been filming that, making that thing, and showing all that. I was so proud of it, I remember. I would, like, paint a few letters or change something or this, and I would add something. Right away I'd be sending Charles a picture and bragging all about it. And I was so proud of it. And I'm still very proud of my Island Reaction sign. So anytime we're filming, we want to do that. Of course, I know that, who is it? It's, it's either Manny or Chief Tomahawk. Yeah, they want to see the curtains blowing from the other direction, like used to be when we had a cooler. And that actually, when the weather's warm, none of this stuff is really an issue. But you can't use the cooler out here because we're outdoors now in the patio area. And with the cooler going, it all sort of takes on its own, it gets away from you. But nevertheless, though, if I turn my fan around and blow it that way, then it's blowing everything the wrong way. And it'd be blowing on me, and it would be like burning my cigarettes up twice as fast because it's blowing on it, accelerating the cigarette burn. So I know you're just joking, PJ, but thanks for the question. I hope you enjoyed my overextended long version answer. Thank you, Mojito. I gotta tell you though, it is very delicious. I'm not even kidding. I did a fantastic job. Chief Tomahawk. Yeah, thanks everybody. I should say hi, PJ and Paylines and Crazy Pickers Game. Thanks for joining in on us. And we are. You just finished watching. If you guys are just tuning in and joining us, I just made this fabulous mojito, the best island mojito, aka the Charles. And for those of you that didn't see it, you can watch the replay on this, but I will hold this up one more time just so you can see our basic ingredients. It's 5 ingredients. I heard somebody say they used 4 ingredients. I think they totally omitted the lime juice is what I think they did. And I I just wouldn't really go there with omitting the lime. And I tell you why. I think the lime juice, not only does it sort of dissolve your sugar in the beginning and help bring out the flavors of the mint leaves, the lime juice is actually killing any alcohol flavor, and so it's going down on the alcohol. Not that this Bacardi white rum, it really doesn't have much of a taste or flavor or smell. It does have some though. So what the lime juice is doing is it's bringing down this alcohol taste, because you can always taste it. No matter if it's odorless and tasteless, you can still taste the alcohol. It's bringing that level down, and the mint level, it's bringing it up. And the sugar, it's dissolving and it's sort of dispersing that little bit of a faint sweetness, because we're only using one or two of these little packs of sugar. And so that's what the lime juice is there for. So I don't know that I would like a mojito if it was made without any lime juice, which I saw somebody doing that. We had 5 ingredients. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, and club soda 5. So we had 5 ingredients. We don't have to say ice as an ingredient. But, so if you just use 4 ingredients and you cut out that lime juice, I think you're doing a disservice to the mojito. And I just don't think it's right. I don't like it. And I haven't even tried it. I wouldn't care to try it. So, with that in mind, guys, don't skip the line. You saw what a nightmare I had trying to get some juice out of these limes. It was a lot of work. I ended up using 2 limes just to get what I needed with what should have been a half a lime. So it was a lot of work, but well worth it, because that's what made everything happen. It was like the elixir of the whole drink, as far as bringing it all together. But as far as the flavor that really makes the drink is the mint, the fresh mint. That's what really makes it. Turtle Hawk. I apologize. Yeah, it's Turtle Hawk. Chief Turtle Hawk. I apologize. I don't see him here, but it's either Manny or Chief Turtle Hawk that was asking. They wanted to see the old way when we had the curtains blowing out and we were filming the other direction. But anyway, PJ, about the fan, getting back to that, was I normally sit where the camera's at right now and looking this way, because I like to see this big, beautiful, round, yellow island reaction sign. I like to sit on that side and look at it and dream that someday I'm going to be up there. So, no, I normally sit over there, and everything actually works good. Because I smoke, I'm right-handed, so my ashtray would be there, the fan's there, taking the smoke away. So now my ashtray's here, the fan's there, and it's dragging the smoke right across my nose. So, but I don't normally do that, so anyway. I'm really beating the dead horse here. Let's see, back to this. Go Denny, treasure, let's say. Oh, what is that? There's a delay on my thing, but anyway, we do have some balloons here. I don't know. It's not planned or scheduled or anything like that, but there's a possibility we might be doing a Valentine's Day karaoke, and if so, we'll announce it ahead of time so that we can hopefully have people wanting to watch it and plan to watch it, and hopefully it's going to be warm enough to where we could do it right here, out in this area. And And we'll see. But we do have some videos coming up here in the next couple of days, probably. We're going to have some Valentine's Day cooking commercials. They're not commercials. They're actually. It's not a live stream either. It's going to be a video of Valentine's cooking. I think it's going to be something sweet, something to decorate, and it's going to be fun. And so it's going to be decorated for that. So please be looking for that. I don't have an exact date or exact item, but that's something that's on the other side of the studio here. Kitchen area is over there. And my wonderful wife, Chef, is going to be doing something special for Valentine's Day with the little one. She's going to be helping and doing some decorating. So that ought to be fun. And they'll have a lot of fun doing it. Oh, hey, Manny. Yes, hey. Salute. Sorry, I'm not constantly into the chat. Am I missing anybody else? Go to the bar, Treasure Island. That's not about me. Hi, Crazy P. That's about PJ. All is good. Mojito has kicked in. And yeah, the second one's kicking in, PJ. Slot Traveler. Salute. Salute. Yeah, what happened, PJ? I mean, Slot Traveler is, you'd have to watch the rerun on it, but I made the mojito and showed the recipe, and so this is my second one. My first one, I sort of experimented, not knowing anything, and then I did some research and put together the perfect island mojito, aka the Charles, named after Charles over Palines. Because like I said, every time you see him in any video, at least in Las Vegas, he's always has a mojito, or he's getting mojito, or he's talking about mojito. It's always about mojito. So I'm not knocking him. It's very delicious. Matter of fact, that's what got me to think I've got to make one of these damn things and see how good it is, because it must be terrific. And you're right, Charles. It is terrific. I'm very much enjoying it. I wish that you were here. I would make you one. Gotcha. Did you muddle? Are you talking about when you agitate the mint leaves with the lime juice and the sugar? Is that muddling? See, I see Slot Traveler already knows how to make a mojito. But I don't know the terminology. Oh, yes I did, as a matter of fact, sir. Thank you very much. I did the muddling. I called it agitation. But I've never been a bartender, so that's probably a bartender. Bartender kind of terminology. Not to agitate. Okay. Well, next time I make one, I'll try to throw that in there. It's like you will put the mint leaves in there and your sugar and your lime juice, and then you will just sort of muddle them together. Hey, I just learned something. Thank you, Slot Traveler. Salute to you. So, well, I wish I had a story to tell you guys. Actually, I do. Something in the news. Something that's been in the news, and then something that somebody told me today. They said that, the coronavirus, which I've heard stories that it was something that people were using dead animals to make some food with, and that's where it started. And then I heard a story like something like it was really outdated chicken or beef or something like that. I've heard I've heard that it came from a bat, that somebody was eating bat soup and it came from a bat. And then today I heard from this is hearsay. This is not reading it in the news, okay? I don't know what they've officially said is the cause for the coronavirus. But this is hearsay. It's like, the bat caused it. That some decaying carcasses that they're using in their food, whether it's dog, cat, or chicken, I don't know. It was decayed and rotten. So then today I hear this new one, which is, he said the scientists in the laboratory created this virus, and they were going to make a bomb with it. That was their intention, was to create a biohazard bomb and contagion. And I don't know if that's true. So, like I said, I keep hearing these different stories. I don't know what the official is. And I know there's like 582 deaths in China from the coronavirus. And that's what I read today on Fox News. And where their sources are, I don't know. But the thing is can we really believe what China's telling us about how many deaths it's been? 582, 586? Maybe it's way more than that, and they're only saying that amount. There's a little bit of suspicion on whatever you hear in the news, period. But and then I heard about this thing that's the bio, but I don't know. Maybe it's a bat, maybe it's decaying food. Not to offend anybody from China. I love so many things about China. No offense to you guys at all. Love your culture entirely. But just talking about what's in the news, not to offend anybody or to get on the soapbox and say that I got all the answers. I know nothing. I just wanted to say what I heard, that's all. Yes, indeed, Slot Traveler. I agree wholeheartedly. Good evening, Acefly 1. Good evening. Thank you for joining us here on Island Reaction. We've been enjoying our perfect island mojito, and I earlier demonstrated how to do it and showed the recipe. And I tell you what, they are a little bit on the stronger side of a drink. You gotta remember, I don't know, PJ or Charles, you probably know that, I'm guessing probably in the casino, something maybe a little smaller than this tumbler sized cup that I have. But this is my second one. My first one was a little bit, a little on the stronger side. It's possibly I used 3 ounces. Now it was probably a good solid 2 ounces of the Bacardi white rum. It might have been over that. But I was just sort of like, okay, this is the ingredients and let's try it out. And then I had to do a little research. Number one, it didn't taste good. It was overpowering on the alcohol. I didn't get enough lime juice in it. I did not muddle the mint leaves. And I drank it because I wasn't going to waste it. And as I got down to the bottom of the glass, which is, where am I here? Oh, here. There was still a little sip in there. This was my first one. And it started getting more delicious as I got down to it, but that's only because I was enjoying the alcohol content of it. But it wasn't delicious. Now this one, when I made this one on the show for you guys live, this has been delicious from the first sip. And, bless you, honey. Oh, bless you.
Nick, not a couple.
Oh my goodness, that's really cool. You're doing a good job. She's doing some chalking on the sidewalk area. So, and this one, and maybe about the straw or no straw. I I think if you sipped it from the top, I don't think you would keep getting that nice, powerful little boost of flavor from the mint, because the ice starts to melt, and the sipping it from the top, you're getting more until you get down to the lower bottom. Then you might start picking up more of that more intense mint flavor. But with the straw, it's already down at the bottom. It's like every sip, you're getting that nice, consistent, not overwhelming, but just that nice punch of the mint flavor in your mojito. So I would have to say, definitely a straw on these guys. And let me catch up here. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, PJ. I use this glass here, which is basically like a fake fruit jar style, mug. Which I think it may be pretty close to the same, because this is narrower down. This is narrower here, and this is wider down here. So I didn't apples for apples, but I bet it's probably about the same amount of ounces, whatever that would be. I'm guessing a good 12 ounces. I don't know. But, so they're pretty similar. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure, now of course I didn't put it in the very bottom to start with, but as far as showing you about how much, with an empty glass, how much of was the Bacardi, I think it was about like that. I think that's way more than 2 ounces. So, and like I said, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't delicious. It was nice to be relaxing and having an adult beverage. It's like, oh yeah, it's nice, it feels good, but it wasn't delicious. This one actually is very delicious. Yeah, I started drinking that and going, ugh, like, Charles likes these? But now you know why. That's why it was so important that I put this together and made this video, to reach out to you guys that I know and let you know that if you're going to try something at home yourself, do what you're doing right and know what you're doing. And I knew I didn't know what I was doing. So I was experimenting, but I knew I had the right ingredients. I just had to figure out and find out how to put them together in the right consistency so that I would have this delicious drink, because I knew it had to be delicious, but I wasn't there with that one. But this one here, I would say I'm pretty close to being, because it is wider up here. Now it's getting narrower a little bit, plus the ice content. So I would say I'm pretty close to being half done with this. And even being half done, still delicious every sip. So I can see why these are really something to order when you're out there traveling on the road in the casinos. This would be refreshing and fun. Well, guys, I don't want to bore you guys to death. I probably should start wrapping this up. It's been 68 minutes, so I thought maybe I'd do an hour or less. So I'm probably going to go ahead and wrap this live stream up. Thanks for watching, everybody. You have been watching Island Reaction. I am Cameron. And thanks to our subscribers and our viewers that have been with us tonight. I don't want to forget anybody. There's some people that have already left, I think, that I did mention them. Aceful, thanks for watching. PJ, thank you. PJ and LJ. Paylines and LJ, thanks for watching. And let's see here. Crazy Pickering, thanks. Crazy Picklers Gaming, excuse me. Crazy Picklers Gaming, thank you. And Slot Traveler, of course. LJ was there, PJ, LJ, Jux, that's what I was looking for, because I wasn't familiar with them. Jock's Family Vlogs. Thanks for watching, guys. And like I said, I tried to do a little bit better tonight with getting the laptop. But Good Life Slots. Thank you for watching. Good Life Slots. Creative Life. Creative Life, thank you. Helen Cowley, thank you for watching. Canadian Pinoy Radio in Montreal, thank you for watching. And Helen Cowley, I did catch you. I don't want to forget anybody. If you guys have already left, I'm so sorry, but I wasn't chat involved at the time. I think when you guys are trying to get up here and see everybody that logged in and watched our show. I think I'm at the top there. Let's see. Yeah, I think I did. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody, but thanks everybody that did watch, and hopefully you enjoyed our show. Like I said, coming up, we may or may not be having some karaoke for Valentine's Day. It's not 100%, but if I do make the commitment to it, I will announce it ahead of time. We'll decorate for it and do some something fun for Valentine's Day. But maybe. I can't commit right this second because I'm not sure what my schedule is going to be right this moment. But when I find out, if we can do it, I'll make an announcement ahead of time so you guys can tune into that karaoke live stream. But something we definitely are going to be getting done here is some Valentine's Day cooking for you guys to watch. And it's going to be decorated up. And it's going to be something sweet, colorful, and delicious for Valentine's Day. So that my darling wife will be doing. And my darling daughter, she's going to be participating in that too. She has her chef's hat and apron. So she'll be doing some decorating, I think. So please be watching for that in the near days. And thanks again for watching Island Reaction. And please come back and see us again. Huh? I don't know how you guys do a live stream. You probably have some special buttons.
Crazy.
You probably have some special buttons you can just click like this and it does something. If I didn't have
Johnson Apollo is in there.
Johnson Apollo did. I think I said Johnson Apollo. I'm not sure. Johnson Apollo. If you're just coming in, I'm sorry that we're just now ending our live stream. But thanks for showing up. You can watch it on the rerun, and I know you always join us for our live streams almost constantly. I've always seen Johnson Apollo name pop up there. So thanks for that, Johnson Apollo. We're not doing any singing tonight. This has just been about the perfect Island Mojito, aka the Charles from over at Paylines. And salute to you guys. Thanks again for watching. We're going to end this live stream. Right, honey?
Okay.
So, it's like,
How to end?
now he knows what those newscasters feel like when they're supposed to cut to a commercial or cut to some traffic accident or something. And there's just sitting there, it's like,
Are they? Yeah, they are done.
thanks for watching.
Okay, hang on. Oh, battery.
Thanks for watching.
Okay, done? Are you sure?
Okay. Thanks again, guys, for watching here at Island Reaction.